And welcome to Castleton, baseball fans. James Martin's back here with you on yourliveevent.com. A little bit of internet connectivity issues. I think we're going with what we got right now. We're going to record this broadcast for you as well. Second batter up for the Kindred Vikings as the throw to first is in time. Should be, and it is, for the 1-3 out. That's the first out of the inning. Leadoff batter Kylan Swenson was able to get aboard on first base with a leadoff single. Moved over to second there with the fielder's choice. And so now coming up to bat here for Kindred, Jack Wold, shortstop, number 5, right-handed batter. Bryce Whipple, Luke Starcevic, Grant Spellhawk, Andy Trom, Jack McDonald, Owen Hoyme, and Carson Andel, the other batters here for the Kindred Vikings. So runner is aboard now to second base with 1 out, and it is the top of the first here on that Bank North scoreboard, ibanknorth.com. As there's another ground out there, advances the runner over to third. As Bryce Whipple, the catcher, number 20, comes up to the dish. Both these teams met back in April. The final score was 5-4. And so with 2 down here now and a runner on third. That's fouled back to the match. Count goes to 0-1. And a runner on third, and 2 outs on the board here in the top of the first on that Bank North scoreboard. A 1 pitch, a little high and inside now. 1-1 is the count. And the windup 1-1 pitch, dinged up, straight out towards center field, and that will do it here for the top of the first. No runs off of 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on base. As we'll come on back here for the bottom of the first on yourliveevent.com. Central Cass due up to bat.
It's the most prestigious, challenging, rewarding tour on dirt. The most wanted, baddest outlaws, and the most powerful late models on the planet. The world of outlaws, King's Late Models.
It's the North Dakota All-Star Gathering on your live event, as we'll have coverage of the Shields Softball All-Star Series on June 3rd and 4th,
Closey with the 0-2 pitch.
the Optimist Volleyball Series on June 10th and 11th,
Right corner, West is there for the dig. Backs at Bogenry for another kill.
plus the Lions All-Star Basketball Series on July 15th and 16th.
Really nice quality second half. Goes off the backboard for the duck to Carson Yale.
For more information, go to yourliveevent.com.
Since its beginning, the Central Cass Booster Club has generated and helped sustain fan interest in the men's and women's athletic programs at Central Cass High School. Through the years, that mission has broadened to also enhance the youth programs throughout the community. For more information, search Central Cass Booster Club on Facebook or email centralcassboosterclub@gmail.com. That's centralcassboosterclub@gmail.com. Go Squirrels!
Bottom of the first here on yourliveevent.com. James Martin's back here with you on our Bank North scoreboard. No score here after 1 hit off of no errors, no earned runs, 1 left on base. No scores just yet for Kindred-Richland. But Central Cass will come up to the bats now as the starting pitcher Stanley Velasky warms up there for the Vikings in those blue jerseys. Due up here now for Central Cass, it's Logan Broughton, right fielder, number 8 for the Squirrels. Just one loss on this season, and that is to Kindred-Richland. Again, a 5-4 final score back, I believe, on April 12th. And so the winner of this contest is going to take over first place, or will be solely at the top of first place in the Region 1 standings. Again, we'll have the Region 1 tournament for you on yourliveevent.com. There's the first pitch. It's low and away. Count goes here to 1-0 to Broughton with Dakota on deck and Mitchell in the hole. Pulaski with the 1-0 pitch. Dinger out towards shallow center field, and the center fielder comes to grab it there. Fly out to center for the first out of the inning here. And that'll bring in Carter Dakota, center fielder. Nobody on, and again, one down here in the bottom of the first. No score as of yet on that Bank North scoreboard. Values-based banking. Learn more at ibanknorth.com. There's the pitch. The ball. Count goes to 1-0. To Dakota. Mitchell on deck. Brandon Mitchell, excuse me. And Carter Maggio up next after that. A couple of balls taken there by Dakota. As it's a really nice day for lots of sports action. Got softball going on, baseball going on, and a middle school track and field meet as well. Castleton is filled to the brim with fanatics. As that's pop foul. And what a catch! Oh, man! Out there towards left field. I believe it's going to be the left fielder coming to get it. So pop fly there to that third base area. The second out of the inning. Brings up here now Braden Mitchell. First pitch, the strike count goes 0-1 to Mitchell. With 2 outs now on the board and nobody on the bases as of yet. 0-2 pitch, or 0-1 pitch, now becomes 1-1. There to Mitchell. Maggio on deck and Boer in the hole. The 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, 1-2. Thrown there by Pulaski. Pulaski in the windup, 1-2 pitch. That's high. 2-2 now. Two-two pitch. That's going to the wall. And that's going to be a double there for Mitchell. So he's aboard to second base. Brings in now Carter Maggio. Maggio, the pitcher. And get a mound plate conference there. And a big contest here in Region 1 action. First pitch, that gets away. Runner goes. On the pass ball, Mitchell gets over to third. And he's staring down now, home plate in the first run of the game. It's popped up, and second base will come to grab it there. It's Andy Traub will take it. So that'll do it here. Again, no runs, 1 hit, No errors, no earned runs, and one left on base, same as Kindred-Richland. We go to the top of the second here on yourliveevent.com with no score on that Bank North scoreboard. It's values-based banking. Learn more at ibanknorth.com.
Central Cass Schools' mission is to foster student excellence in cooperation with family and community and to provide educational opportunities in a safe and caring environment. Thank you to everyone who has helped make this mission a reality. The STEM Center, Theater, Music Wing, Early Childhood Center, Wellness Center, and Athletic Complex will help set students up for success in school and life after graduation. They wish everyone at Central Cass good luck this year with academics and activities as you grow into the new space and move forward with excellence.
At Enbridge, we believe sustainability is the foundation of our success. How well we perform as a steward of our environment, a safe operator of essential energy infrastructure, a good neighbor, and a diverse employer defines our success. Learn more about Enbridge's environmental, social, and governance commitments and our Indigenous Reconciliation Plan at enbridge.com.
Honesty, loyalty, integrity. At Bank North, we remain true to these values for generations. They shape the way we do business, work with customers, and support our communities. We've been here for more than a century, helping people grow farms and businesses, finance homes, and pursue their dreams. It's values-based banking, and it's all about working together to strengthen the common threads that bind us together. Bank North, always true.
Top of the second, here we are on that Bank North scoreboard, no score. It's Luke Starcevic and the Vikings. Starcevic gets dinged on the back, and he's aboard as a hit batsman. Brings in Grant Spellhog, the third baseman, number 12, right-handed batter there for the Vikings. Again, in those blue jerseys, white pants, white batting helmets, white numbers, and Vikings on the front of the jersey. Sun dipping behind the clouds here just a little bit at Central Cass. First pitch, strike, count goes 0-1. Still looking for our first strikeout of the game. Everybody's gotten contact on the ball. Gotten a couple of ground outs, couple of fly outs, couple of pops, couple of hits. The only one that hasn't got contact on the ball is on first base right now after being a hit batter. Count goes to 1-1. Time is called. There by the catcher, I believe. Just his equipment there. 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss. 1-2. On a nifty one there from Maggio. Trom's on deck. McDonald in the hold here for Kindred Vikings. Toss back over to first, not in time. Count remains at 1-2 again for Kindred-Richland. They've got a couple of losses on the season themselves. Those losses to Northern Cass, their only region loss, 5-1, and of course to the defending state champions, two-time defending state champion Thompson Tommies, 10-0. So that's fouled back. Tommies are the last undefeated team in the state of North Dakota, by the way. With Nelson County, Makota's win over Hillsborough Central Valley in Region 2 yesterday. Looks like Thompson will have a good opportunity to clinch the number 1 seed. They should be that number 1 out in Region 2. Number 1 in Region 1 at the end of the regular season. Looks like it'll be determined by this one. Maggio, the 2-2 pitch. A little high. Full count here. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out and runner on here after a quick first inning. Maggio, the full count pitch. Got him down. Needed 7 to do it, but does it for the first out of the inning. Brings in Andy Trom, the second baseman, number 10, who had the out to close out the first inning. Runner right now stranded on first. As I believe there's been a couple of runners already that have gotten to third, but none home as of yet. First pitch, hold to that one, that goes foul. Oh, look out below there. Count goes 0-1 to Trom. Seventh batter in the order with McDonald on deck. Hoyme in the hole. Carson Andel is flex spot first baseman there for the Vikings. Throw back to first from Maggio. Not in time there as he was trying to connect with his first baseman in Holzer. 0-2 count on a strike. Of course, Cole Holzer will be on a Your Live event broadcast after baseball this summer as he's part of the Lions All-Star Basketball Series. Soon we'll be releasing our player profile series on Your Live event. Of course, got a lot of baseball, softball, track and field action to complete first before we get to those player profiles. 1-2 after the ball to Trom. As Maggio will step off the bag that time. Step off the bump, I should say. Goes back on there. As Starcevic off the bag there at first. 1-2 pitch. Grounder. 3-hop to short. Toss to second in time. Toss to first is not in time. Good recovery from Holzer to get the ball before it trots away. So Starcevic forced out there for the second out of the inning. Trom is on due to the fielder's choice. That brings in Jack McDonald, the left fielder, number 6. Right-handed batter there for the Vikings. Hoyme on deck to round out the order the first time through here for Kindred-Richland. Maggio, first pitch. Got a hold of that one into foul territory. Holzer ditches the hat, and it bounces right in front of the Central Cass dugout. Maggio off screen there, banging his hand on the fence there, saying he could have had it. Tough play to make, though. Count goes to 0-1. Here for Maggio, the senior, starting pitcher for the Squirrels. Two teams with a very rich history of baseball here. Both with really good Babe Ruth programs as well. Count goes to 1-1. Senior night, one of the seniors recollecting his favorite sports memory was the Babe Ruth tournament in Botno. That was a heck of a tournament. Remember, so as I was up in rugby around that time, Botno and North Star both made it to the tournament. Botno wins the region. North Star wins the Babe Ruth State Tournament. So that's a 5-3 ground out to close out the inning. With no runs, no hits, no errors, one left on base, and no earned runs, we remain scoreless there through the top of the second on YourLiveEvent.com. Bottom half of the inning comes up next on that IBEC North scoreboard, 0-0.
Not everyone can get Secret Service level protection, but with Irie Insurance you can. You see, we've got your back, protecting homes, vehicles, businesses, crops, and so much more. Ensuring you've got the protection you need and all your questions answered faster than you can say classified information. Get protected. Get Irie Insurance. Go to IrieInsurance.com for a free quote and consultation.
Back here for the bottom of the second on YourLiveEvent.com on that IBEG North scoreboard. 0-0. It's values-based banking. Learn more at ibanknorth.com. As it'll be Boer, Pearson, and Muckow due up here for Central Cass. 5, 6, and 7. Eli Boer, the third baseman, number 2. Then again, Cale Pearson, the catcher, number 4. And Noah Muckow, the designated hitter, number 23. First pitch is a strike there to Boer. Count goes 0-1. As Pulaski, the starting pitcher for the Vikings, pitching an efficient game so far. Both pitchers are doing just that. That one's low and away. Count goes to 1-1. As mentioned before, we'll have the Region 1 baseball tournament on yourliveevent.com. Region 2 baseball tournament. Region 3 baseball tournament. Pitch strike. Count goes 1-2 as it just caught the zone. We'll also have Region 1 and 2 girls softball tournaments and the Northeast Track and Field meet from Hillsboro a week from today. The qualifiers from that meet will go on to the state meets in Bismarck, where we will have audio updates for select schools on KRJB. So lots of postseason action here on your live events and the R&J Family Radio Networks. 1-2 pitch. Just off the zone that time. 2-2 to Boer. First batter up here in the bottom of the second. As Pulaski, the 2-2 pitch. Got a hold of that one, did Boer. And that will drop into the center fielder's glove. Swenson will snag another. On a fly out to center. First out of the inning, brings in Cale Pearson, the catcher, number 4, right-handed batter there for the Squirrels in those red jerseys, white numbers, red batting helmets, white pants, and Central Cass on the front of the jersey. Pulaski, first pitch, got away. Nobody's on, so nobody moves. Muckow on deck, Barstead in the hole here for the Squirrels. 1-0 pitch from Pulaski is high, 2-0 now. Pulaski, the 2-0 pitch, high again. No walks given up by either pitcher yet today. 1 strikeout. There by Maggio. 3-0 pitch. Strike 1. 1 hit batsman as well by Maggio. Other than that, 1 hit each. 3-1. That's fouled just to the top of the mesh. Full count now. Nice battle back from Pulaski to get himself back into this at-bat. Pulaski, the full count pitch. Got away. Runner hustles over to first. And he's going to hustle over to second as I believe it's caught in the fence behind home plate. So Pearson will just get a walk out of that. Brings in the designated hitter, number 23, Noah Muckow. And with 1 down here and a runner on first now in the bottom of the second on that Bank North scoreboard. Pulaski, first pitch. Downstairs, 1-0. And Barstead on deck and Holzer in the hole to round out the order the first time through for Central Cass. Pulaski, 1-0 pitch, grounder. The second on multiple hops, tossed to second in time, tossed to first, is in, not in time. Second near double play of the day. Pearson forced out there at second for the second out of the inning. Muckow gets aboard on a fielder's choice. And that brings in Barstead, Cam Barstead, the left fielder, number 7, 8th batter in the order. 2 down here now, and a runner on first in the top or in the bottom of the second. First pitch, tie 1-0. And the Squirrels on the season, they're only lost to Kindred-Richland. They've been piling on the runs the last few games. That pitch got away. Won't get the toss in time over to second, so Muckow gets on a pass ball, makes it 2-0. Again, for Central Cass, they've put up a plethora of runs. Their last 3 games, 30, 24, and 20. So that pitch is a strike. Count goes 2-1. They've outscored their opponents by that combined total in the last 3 games of 74-9. As that one didn't quite get away from the catcher Whipple, and so Muckow stays over at second base. Updated that IBEC North scoreboard for you. Pulaski surrendered now his 3rd runner of the game. 3-1 pitch, as that's foul. Just down the third base line. Count goes full. Double full count here. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Nowhere to hide here for Barstead at the dish for Central Cass. Pulaski on the mound for Kindred-Richland. Pulaski checks second as Muckow gets an edge. That is outside. Throw to third. Tag is in time. A miscue there for Muckow. He's tagged off after Barstead gets a walk. And that will do it for the 2nd inning with no score. There were no hits, no runs, no errors, no earned, and there was 1 left on base. A couple of walks given up, but a miscue there for Muckow prevents a score from coming in. Headed to the top of the 3rd next on that IBEC North scoreboard. Kindred-Richland 0, Central Cass 0.
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action?
Heck, yes. That'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active?
Definitely.
Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously, yes.
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in North Dakota, because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
Hungry and on the road, Petro Stopping Center in Fargo has got your back with an impressive lineup of goodies including Popeye's Chicken, Charlie's Cheesesteaks, Cinnabon, Papa John's, and a mouth-watering full-sized restaurant, the Dolly Down Grill. You'll be spoiled for choice. Whether you're a quick pit stopper or looking to settle in for a while, Petro Stopping Center's Fargo location has got you covered 24/7 every day of the week. Cruise on over to their spot just off 45th Street at I-94 and indulge in a feast fit for the road warrior in you.
Owen Hoyme will come up to the dish here now as we start the top of the 3rd for Kindred-Richland. That is high and inside. Hoyme has to duck away from that one. Count goes 1-0. Hoyme, the right fielder, number 4. Final batter there for the Vikings. Now goes to 1-1. Again, if they win this contest, then they pretty much take the Region 1 regular season title. Ground or foul. Count goes 1-2. If Central Cass takes this game, it would be a tie, and might have to go to tiebreakers there. 1-2 pitch. 2-2 now. And actually, it wouldn't be a tie because Kindred-Richland has a loss to Northern Cass. So Central Cass would move in front for the lead in the region. Swing and a miss there that time for Hoyme. He goes down on strikes and 5 for the first out of the inning. Kylan Swenson comes back around there for the Vikings. Leadoff center fielder number 7, 1-for-1 with a base hit. Back in the first. First pitch there, doinks him on the helmet, and he gets a free base. Second hit batter, Maggio surrendered here in about half an hour of work. Stanley Pulaski, the pitcher, will come in, a ground out in the first. 0-for-1. The runner on and 1 down here in the top of the 3rd, just to combine 2 hits for these 2 teams. Toss back to first, well behind. We did see a pickoff earlier this week on your live event. At least one. Chase Halfley getting one for Hillsborough Central Valley against Haddon Northwood. There's the pitch. It's a little low. Count goes to 1-0 here to Pulaski. Wold on deck, Whipple in the hole, both 0 for 1 on the game. 1-0 pitch. Downstairs, and away 2-0. Beautiful day here in Castleton, a mixture of sunshine and clouds. I'd say about 50-50. Central Cass. Temperatures hovering around that 70-degree mark. Maggio, Pulaski will take his time a little bit. 71 degrees right now in Castleton as that's strike. 2-1 is the count now. Wind's a little bit stronger, maybe a little bit less strong than when it started. Winds out of the southeast at about 25 to 30 as that's dinged out to the outfield. And oh, what a miscue! Another mistake there for the Vikings as he thought that was going to be an out, so he went back to first. And instead he's forced out there between the bases. Second out, Pulaski is aboard with the single. But there's 2 outs now up there on that Bank North scoreboard. It's values-based banking. Learn more at ibanknorth.com. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. First pitch there to Wold, Jack Wold. Shortstop number 5 is ball. Count goes to 1-0. This one looks like it's going to be a quick contest. The rate these pitchers are going. Count goes to 1-1. Of course, with the game of this caliber, you know both pitches are going to go as long as they can. 1-1 pitch, a little high. 2-1 here now to Wold. Maggio trying to get out of the third inning unscathed. Got a little help there from the Vikings base runners. He tossed it back over to Holzer at first. Oh, there in time. Really hasn't been close. He's thrown it back to first about half a dozen times. Viking base runners know just how far to get out without being too risky. There's a liner out to right. That's a base hit. Getting Wold aboard. Pulaski gets over to second. And now we have runners at second and third. With 2 outs here. As Bryce Whipple, the catcher, number 20, comes up. Fly out in the first. As Maggio, first hit pitch, a little inside there, 1-0. There to Whipple with Starcevic on deck and Spellhawk in the hole here for the Vikings. There's the 1-0 pitch. Got the zone there, 1-1. Second extra base runner, or second runner in scoring position, I should say, for Kindred-Richland in this game so far. 1-1, that's fouled back. 1-2 now. Maggio looking to get out of the inning here and make it our 5th half inning with no runs allowed. 1-2 pitch, that's fouled. This time chopped in the direction of first base. Count remains at 1-2. Not too many lengthy battles here so far. At least for the Kindred-Richland batters. The longest has been 7 pitches, and that will not get there. Only get to 5 as there's a strikeout there. The third of the game for Carter Maggio. As there were a couple of hits in that half inning. No runs, no errors, no earned, and there were 2 left on base. score as we get to the bottom of the third. It's still scoreless on that Bank North scoreboard, ibanknorth.com. It's values-based banking. They take community to heart, helping their customers achieve their financial goals while supporting and improving the great rural communities they serve. They are more than just a bank. Bank North's a community partner you can always count on. Again, it's values-based banking. Learn more at ibanknorth.com. Member FDIC and an equal housing lender. Headed to the bottom of the third. Next.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated. KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
Bottom of the third we go here on yourliveevent.com on that iBank North scoreboard. It's 0-0 in this Region 1 showdown between Kindred-Richland and Central Cass. Some of the top teams around the state. Class A, East Region, Shanley undefeated, 6-0 in region play. West Fargo High also undefeated in region play, 2-0. The Minot Magi are at the top of the West Region. They're 12-1 this season. And Central Cass, Kindred-Richland battling it out for the top spot. Thompson looks like they're going to take the top spot out in Region 2. Only undefeated team left in the state. As that one gets away, as Pulaski pitches to Cole Holzer, first baseman, number 24, right-handed batter. An outstanding basketball season there for the Squirrels. At least individually for Holzer. 1-0 pitch. Holzer. Grounder. Few hops to the infield. Second baseman makes it look easy on the 4-3 ground out for out number 1. Brings in the top of the order here now. And Logan Broughton, the right fielder, number 8, flew out to center. Back in the first. He's 0 for 1 on the game. Some of the other team leaders, by the way, Thompson 17-0. On the season. They just keep stringing wins together. They all haven't been pretty, especially when we do their games. It seems like the games get a little better, a little closer, or maybe we just have the good games, the good matchups. Pitches the ball. Count goes to 1-0 there to Broughton. Region 3, again, we'll have that tournament for you on yourliveevent.com. Pretty open region right now. Carrington at the top at 5-3. Kidder County, Napoleon Gackle Street are just a half game back at 4-3 and a full game back. South Border at 4-4. Ball number 2 thrown by Belaski to Broughton, the leadoff batter for Central Cass. Rockford, Cheyenne, Lemoore, Litchfield, Marion in Region 3 also in the mix. That's a third ball thrown. 3 in a row there for Belaski to Broughton. So again, that Region 3 tournament, 6 teams, really 5 of them have a decent shot at winning. I'll say strike number 1 there, a little bit inside, but got the benefit of the doubt there for Belaski. He's still on his hunt for his first strikeout of the game. Has allowed just 1 hit, giving up a couple of walks, and that's number 3. This time in 5 pitches. Runner aboard now for Central Cass. As Carter Verkota comes up to bat, the center fielder. Number 3, right-handed batter. Verkota 0 for 1. Pop fly back in the first. Runner aboard and 1 down here in the bottom of 3. And no score. Slowing away 1-0. Region 4, the smallest region in the state, Park River. Right now having a heck of a season. They're 10-3 overall, 4-1 in the region. Weather permitting, weather looks like it'll be okay. We will have senior night for the baseball team as that's a missed throw there from Belaski over to first base, and the throwing error allows the runner at first, Braun, to get to second. Remains 1 out here. Verkota head of the count 1-0. And we'll have those Park River Aggies next week against Hillsborough Central Valley, next Thursday on yourliveevent.com. So 1-0 pitch. It's inside, ball 2. Again, Park River leading that Region 4. Langdon area and Munich. Grafton also in the mix. But again, a 5-team region, so everyone's really in the mix. You just never know what can happen there, and you only need to win a few games. How a Cinderella can happen. 2-1 is the count on the swing and a miss there by Dakota. As that's a dinger there. Popped up. And Bolaski will snag it there from his pitcher's spot. 2 outs now on the board. And that brings in Braden Mitchell. Shortstop number 21 there for the Squirrels. He has the lone hit on the day for the guys in red and white. A double. Got all the way to third, but could not get any further. Trying to help his team get the first run on the board on their home field. Swing and a miss there for Mitchell. Count goes 0-1 with Maggio on deck and Boer in the hole. As Bolaski checks over to second. 0-1 pitch. Nice liner out to left field on a one-hop. Runner's going to come around and score. First run of the game here. On that Bank North scoreboard goes to Central Cass on an RBI single from Braden Mitchell, bringing home Broughton. And to make it 1-0 Central Cass. Brings in Carter Maggio. Maggio, pitcher 0 for 1. Pop fly to the second baseman. And the first. Count goes 1-0 to Maggio. So Bolaski again gives up the first run of the game. Pitch. Shot to center, and that will do it for the third on a fly out to center. But Central Cass is able to strike first on that Bank North scoreboard with 1 run off of 1 hit, 1 error. There was 1 earned run, and there was 1 left on base. 1's all the way around here as we close out the third. On our Bank North scoreboard, values-based banking. Learn more at ibanknorth.com. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Central Cass 1, Kindred-Richland 0. Heading to the top of the 4th.
This is Chris from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer. This spring has been a trying time, and we may feel everything is out of our control. Please remember to slow down and stay safe this spring. Come home to your families each and every night. Please use this time to make sure your planter is ready to go. Keep downtime to a minimum. When you get into the fields, we are here to help you with any planting issues that may come up. RDK Enterprises, 636-2119 or planterdoc.com.
In times like these, it's good to know there's a place where people know who you are, no matter how long you've been gone. A place where the smells of home cooking are still in the air, where a simple wave warms your heart, and sharing stories is just a way of life. It's good to be home. Farmers Union Insurance, protecting what's important in life.
Your local Castleton agents, Scott Kramer and Tyler Wasleen, wish the Squirrels the best of luck this postseason.
Top of the 4th we go here on yourliveevent.com on our Bank North scoreboard. Central Cass 1, Kindred-Richland 0 as Luke Starcevic comes back around for the Vikings. Starcevic got on base as a hit batsman. Back in the second. Find the count here early, now 0-2. Spellhog on deck and Trom in the hole here for Kindred-Richland. 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Starcevic goes down in 3. Maggio there with his 4th strikeout of the game. Grant Spellhog comes up. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout on the day. First pitch. Strike 1. 4 in a row now for Maggio. A 1 pitch. Strike 2. It's 5 in a row now for Carter Maggio. 0-2 pitch. Ball 1. Nobody on, 1 down here in the top of the 4th. Central Cass holding on to a 1-0 advantage. Still, of course, plenty of time for Kindred-Richland to strike through themselves. That one's a little low, 2-2. 5 straight strikes, now 2 straight balls thrown by the senior Carter Maggio. Maggio. 2-2 pitch. Little hesitation, no swing. As Spellhog goes down in 5. His 2nd strikeout of the game. Brings in Andy Trom. Trom, second baseman, got on due to a fielder's choice in the 2nd. 0 for 1 on the game. First pitch is a strike. Count goes 0-1. McDonald on deck and Hoyme in the hole here for the Vikings. A 1 pitch. 1-1. Sun's coming back out here in Castleton. Beautiful late afternoon, early evening for baseball. 1-1. A little high and inside, 2-1. Maggio, the 2-1 pitch. Strike 2. Maggio. In the windup, there's the 2-2 pitch. Grounder foul. Towards the Central Cass dugout. Count remains at 2-2, and his catcher out there, Cale Pearson. A little slow to get up there for the Squirrels. Stretching out his right arm, right shoulder. Took a little tumble there for a moment as Maggio checking on him, making sure he's okay. So he goes back to the mound. Two-two pitch. It's a high double full count here. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here. Maggio on the mound for the Squirrels, and Trom at the dish for Kindred-Richland. Double full count pitch. That one's yanked down for ball 4. That, I believe, is the first walk surrendered today for Carter Maggio. Runner aboard. It's the tying run. Toss back to first. That was the closest he's been today, but still not quite there in time. He's getting close to the hour mark in this one. Toss again. Also not quite in time, but he's going to keep going that direction. It's the pitch. It's high, 1-0. There to McDonald. Jack McDonald 0 for 1 with a ground out back in the 2nd. It's Maggio. 1-0 pitch. Grounder. Couple of hops. Tossed to second well in time to close out the inning. No runs. No hits. No errors. No earned runs and 1 left on base. Score on that Bank North scoreboard. Central Cass 1, Kindred-Richland 0. It's values-based banking. Learn more at ibanknorth.com. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Bottom of the fourth coming up next.
Since its beginning, the Central Cass Booster Club has generated and helped sustain fan interest in the men's and women's athletic programs at Central Cass High School. Through the years, that mission has broadened to also enhance the youth programs throughout the community. For more information, search Central Cass Booster Club on Facebook or email centralcassboosterclub@gmail.com. That's centralcassboosterclub@gmail.com. Go Squirrels!
Homegrown local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
Halfway through regulation on that Bank North scoreboard. Central Cass leading Kindred-Richland 1-0 off that RBI single from Mitchell, bringing Broughton home. As that one's foul. Down the third base line for Eli Boer. He's 0 for 1. Fly out to center field back in the second. Pearson on deck. Muckow in the hole. 5, 6, and 7 in the batting order, due up. 0-1 pitch. Ball. Count goes to 1-1. Belaski, the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, 1-2. One-two pitch, swing and a miss. It's the first strikeout of the game. There for the Kindred-Richland starting pitcher, Stanley Belaski. One down here in the bottom of the fourth. And that brings in Cale Pearson, the catcher, number 4. Right-handed batter. Got on due to a walk. Back in the second. First pitch, the ball. Count goes to 1-0. 3 walks given up, 2 hits, and 1 strikeout. There for Belaski on his day. Count goes to 2-0. Belaski. In the windup, there's the 2-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. 2-1. Muckow on deck and Barstead in the hole there for the Squirrels. Again, keeping our look around the state and some of the best teams in baseball in North Dakota on the high school side. There's 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss now, 2-2. Region 5 is the wildest region. Everybody has at least one win in the region, and everybody's within 3-4 games of the top of the standings. One's outside, full count, give it up now by Belaski. Botno currently leads Region 5 at 5-2 region record, which is a little surprising because Botno lost a decent amount from last year's team. North Star, the resounding favorite as Pearson goes down on strikes there at 6, is in second place. North Star is in Region 5. Harvey Wells County, more surprising than that, is third. They've been really struggling the last few years, kind of in the bottom half of the region. The Hornets having themselves a good season. Northern Lights, 4th. Rugby, they've been having a tough year athletically. They're in 5th right now in the standings, but again, 5 quality teams in there, and then Dunseith as well. You never know what they could bring to the table, so they all have a chance to take the Region 5 title. That's foul there for Muckow. Muckow got on due to a fielder's choice. Back in the second. Pitch the ball. Count goes to 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, and now 2 outs on the board on that Bank North scoreboard. 1-0 Central Cass here in the bottom of the 4th. And 1-1 pitch slung in there for strike 2. Barstead on deck. Holzer in the hole. Round out the order the second time through there for the Squirrels. Pulaski, the 1-2 pitch. Got a hold of that one, did Muckow. It's going past the left fielder. And it'll be a stand-up double for Muckow. Brings in now Barstead. Cam Barstead to the left fielder, number 7. Right-handed batter. Drew a walk back in the second. Runner aboard here for the Squirrels, trying to double up their lead. As both pitchers struck out the first 2 batters they faced, but allowed a runner to get on. As that one's dinged up, and it goes into the second baseman's glove. His second put out of the game to end a half inning. No runs off of 1 hit. No errors, no earned, and 1 on base. We are through 4 innings in just about an hour. And on the Bank North scoreboard, Central Cass 1, Kindred-Richland 0. It's values-based banking. Learn more at ibanknorth.com. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Top of the 5th is next.
Stop on out to Watts Ace Hardware in Castleton and gear up with name brands from Steel, Milwaukee, Ego, and Craftsman Power Tools. Plus, Watts Ace Hardware has a key cutting and paint mixing section for your own do-it-yourself projects. From their grill selection with Traeger, Blackstone, Weber, and the Big Green Egg to their customer laser engraving center, Watts Ace Hardware is a place you need to check out. Stop in at 1610 Governor's Drive in Castleton for Watts Ace Hardware.
Top of the 5th here on YourLiveEvent.com. On that Bank North scoreboard, Central Cass 1, Kindred-Richland 0. As we start the top of the 5th with Owen Hoyme ahead of the count here. Now 2-0. Hoyme 0 for 1 with a strikeout as Kindred-Richland rounds out their order for the second time today. Just that one lonely run in the bottom of the 3rd. Swing and a miss. 2-1. A lot of zeros there in the scorebook, on the scoreboard. But the 1 for Central Cass right now, the only thing that matters. That's a foul down the third base line. 2-2 now. Swenson on deck and Pulaski in the hole. Swenson 1 for 1. Pulaski 1 for 2. On the game. 2-2 pitch. Ball 3. Full count surrender there for Maggio. Maggio tallied 5 strikeouts in this one. He's given up a couple of walks, a couple of hits as well. So far, no runs given up there by the senior starter. And the winner of this game is alone at the top of the Region 1 standings, will likely be the number 1 seed. These 2 teams will likely be the top 2 seeds either way. As we get a walk surrendered there. Good battle, 7 pitches. Hoyme's aboard. Brings in Swenson. Swenson on the day 1 for 1. A base hit in the first. Got hit by the pitch in the 3rd. It could be a Region 1 tournament championship preview. Toss back to first. It's close, but not in time. And we'll have the Region 1 tournament for you on YourLiveEvent.com. Of course, Chase Miller going to take you through that one. The pitch that's low and away. 1-0 is the count to Swenson. Pulaski on deck and Wold is in the hole. As Hoyme gets off the bag there a little bit at first. 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. 1-1. Continue our look around the state of North Dakota. Out in Region 6. Right now, a two-horse race between Velva Drake-Animus and Garrison. Of course, those guys know each other very well on the football field. So those two teams combined. Overall records for those two teams, a combined 24-6, combined 13-1 in the regions. That's a bunt foul. Count goes to 1-2. The rest of the region, by the way, an overall record. So again, 24-6 for Velva Drake-Animus and Garrison combined. Rest of the region, 19 and 37. Region 7, talk about a two-horse race. Again, Renville County and Delax Burlington. Delax Burlington 15-3 on the year. That's a swing and a miss and a strikeout there for Swenson. Strikeout number 6 for Carter Maggio and the first out of the inning. 8 outs left to get for Maggio. They're going to be hard outs to get, though. You know, Kindred-Richland won't go away. Belaski, 1 for 2 on the day. Base hit and a ground out. That first pitch is high and outside, 1-0. Maggio pitching relatively efficiently. He's had some long battles, racking up that pitch count a little bit. Don't know officially where he's at, but, oh, man. That's a dinger. Looks like it might have got the right wrist of Belaski as well as the helmet. That moves Hoime up to second. Again, he's the tying run, and now the go-ahead run is at first with Belaski. It was Jack Wold, the shortstop, comes up to bat here now. Really important juncture for Kindred-Richland with 2 men on the base and only 1 out. Got to take advantage of this and try to, at the very least, even things up. Maggio checks first. There's the pitch. Got a strike. Count goes 1-0. Outside of the first inning, Maggio has picked up a strikeout in each and every inning in this game. Maggio check over to second. 0-1 pitch. Foul. 0-2 now to Wold with Whipple on deck and Starcevic in the hole. An RBI single by Mitchell for Central Cass, bringing home Broughton. The only score so far on that Bank North scoreboard. That was back in the third. Grounder to a short, toss to second, toss to first. Won't get there in time. They do get 1 out. But again, third attempt at a double play combined. None of the 3 have fallen suit. Belaski will be forced out there at second for the second out of the inning. But it does allow Hoime to get over to third. Wold, they're at first off the fielder's choice. Runners at the corners now, 2 outs for Bryce Whipple, the catcher. Toss back to first, not in time. Whipple on the day, 0 for 2, strikeout and a flyout. And big moment there for the Vikings. Got to take advantage of this one here. There's the pitch. It's foul. Chopper, look out. It's going over towards the track. Now it goes to 0-1 here at the Theraldson Complex. Things are very well laid out. But then again, if you got a deep foul, you might not be expecting a ball to come your way, a baseball to come your way if you're watching a track meet. 1-1 is the count. In middle school track meet going on today, lots of schools represented. 1-1 pitch. Strike. Count goes to 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runners at the corners. Maggio trying to get out of this mini jam. The 1-2 pitch. High. 2-2. 2-2-2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on the bases. The only thing that's less than 2 is the 1-0 score for Central Cass. Maggio takes a check to third. Delivers the 2-2 pitch. Got him down in 5. No runs. No hits, no errors, no earned runs, and 2 left on those bases. Our score remains the same as we go to the bottom of the 5th on that Bank North scoreboard. It's values-based banking. Learn more at ibanknorth.com. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Central Cass leading Kindred-Richland 1-0.
It's the most prestigious, challenging, rewarding tour on dirt. The most wanted, baddest outlaws, and the most powerful late models on the planet. The world of outlaws, King's Late Models.
Coming back here for the bottom of the 5th on yourliveevent.com. On our Bank North scoreboard, Central Cass 1, Kindred-Richland 0. James Martin's here with you, handing out from Castleton. As Cole Holzer comes up for the Squirrels. Holzer 0 for 1 with the ground out. It's the now second time through the order for the Squirrels. First pitch, X away from that. That's a ball, 1-0. And in the bottom of the 5th. 1-0 pitch. Pulaski still hanging out there for Kindred. 2-0 now. It's both pitchers looking to try and go as long as they can. 2-0, now 3-0. I don't think we've even had a pitcher's mound conference from the coaches yet. So both pitchers handling themselves well in this pitcher's duel. 3-0 pitch. Strike one. Again, just a couple of hits given up there for Pulaski. A couple of strikeouts, a couple of walks. 3-1. Just a little, oh no, dropped in there. And he got to really just the zone when Cole Holzer steps into the batter's box. 6 foot, half a dozen plus. Full count pitch, fouled. That one probably would have been outside enough for a walk, but Holzer took a shot at it. In the windup, full count pitch. And it gets a nice hop over the third baseman's glove for a base hit. Holzer's aboard in 7. Brings in Logan Broughton for Central Cass. Broughton, the right fielder, number 8. He's 0 for 1 with a flyout in the first. Got a walk in the third and has scored the only run of the game. Throw back to first. Not in time again. It's a tough call to try and pick off Holzer. He's got such a long reach. His legs by themselves get him almost halfway to second base. Bunt was shown, and that's going to be ball 1. There for Broughton. For Dakota on deck. Mitchell in the holes. The Squirrels back up to the top of their order. Infield coming in just a bit, especially over at third base. Bunt kind of half shown again, and that got away. Holzer is able to scamper over to second on the pass ball. So he's halfway home. So the Squirrels try to double their lead. Pulaski check over to second. 2-0 pitch, bunt shown again, and that's foul this time. Count goes 2-1. 2-1 here to Broughton. Leadoff batter for the Squirrels. Pulaski. 2-1 pitch. Popper as the second baseman underneath of it again, and he's got it. Traum hauls it in once again. He's been pretty active in that second base spot. First out of the inning. Bring up Carter Verkota. Verkota on the day 0 for 2 with a pair of pop flies. Holzer getting off the bag at second. Shortstop shifting a little bit. Guys moving around and coming in as that's outside. Count goes 1-0 to Verkota. Mitchell on deck and Maggio in the hole. Just one hit between the top 6 batters for Central Cass. Pitch. Count goes 2-0. Two balls, no strikes, 1 out. There's the pitch, grounder. Hopper to third, toss over to first. What a whip there that time between third and first. Spellhog over to Andell. The 5-3 ground out. Second out of the inning. It hangs Holzer at second as well. And it is an intentional walk for Braden Mitchell. Interesting choice there to put a runner on in this situation. And Mitchell has gotten a couple of hits, so it's not totally unrealistic to make that move, but the pitch is a ball. Count goes to 1-0 to Maggio. Maggio on the day 0 for 2. Pop fly and a fly out, so strategy all coming into works here. 1-0 pitch. Dinger straight out there. Center fielder's underneath of it, and he's got it. That ends the inning. On a fly out to center, Holzer's leadoff hit does not get him to home. As no runs off of 1 hit, no errors, no earned runs, and 2 left on base as we are through 5 innings of play on that Bank North scoreboard. They take community to heart, helping customers achieve their financial goals while supporting and improving the great rural communities they serve. They're more than just a bank. Bank North's a community partner you can always count on. It's values-based banking. Learn more at ibanknorth.com. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Central Cass 1, Kindred-Richland 0. Go to the top of the 6 next on yourliveevent.com.
It's the North Dakota All-Star Gathering on Your Live Event, as we'll have coverage of the Shields Softball All-Star Series on June 3rd and 4th.
Closey with the 0-2 pitch.
The Optimist Volleyball Series on June 10th and 11th.
Right corner, West is there for the dig. Backs at Bogenry for another kill.
Plus, the Lions All-Star Basketball Series on July 15th and 16th.
Really nice quality second half. Goes off the backboard for the duck to Carson Yale.
For more information, go to yourliveevent.com.
Top of the 6 here on yourliveevent.com on that Bank North scoreboard. It's 6-0. Central Cass with the lead. Again, that RBI single in the bottom of the 3rd. The only run scored today. Last time these two teams met in Kindred, it was a 5-4 final. Two teams just down the road for each other. A 20, 30 mile difference, I believe. Luke Starcevic will come aboard here for the Vikings. Starcevic, then Spellhog, then Traum. Starcevic 0 for 1 on the day as a hit batsman. Struck out as well. First pitch is a strike. Count goes 0-1. Carter Maggio remains out there for the Squirrels. Spellhog on deck 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Traum in the hole with a walk and a fielder's choice. As that's fouled back, count goes 0-2. Just 6 outs left to get for Central Cass to take over the top spot. They do have the top spot right now, courtesy of a half game over Kindred-Richland, but they would take it for sure. Is that strikeout there? Spellhog goes down in 3. And for Maggio, strikeout number 8 on the game. 2 each in the 3rd, 4th, and 5th. 1 each in the 2nd and 6th here. 1 down now as there's a strike. Maggio, 0-1 pitch. That's foul. Doesn't leave the box. 0-2. Was a check swing, and he did go, so confirmed an 0-2 count. Maggio, 0-2 pitch. Got him down in 3 again. 3 strikeouts on the day for Spellhog. Has not been able to figure out Carter Maggio. And that brings in Andy Traum. Traum, the second baseman. Number 10, nobody on, and 2 down here in the top of 6. Pitch, swing and a miss. Maggio racking up those strikes. 0-1 pitch, popped up. Holzer charging after it. He's going to run out of real estate there. Count goes to 0-2. Very efficient inning for Carter Maggio. 1 strike away from striking out the side in 9. Maggio. In the windup, the 0-2 pitch. Fouled. Dinks, Doins, rolls. And there remains an 0-2 count. 0-2 pitch. It's the first ball pitch this inning for Maggio. He thought he was going to be scampering off to the dugout. Not yet. Carter, not yet. Maggio looking to do it this time. 1-2 pitch. That's a little bit off. So Traum keeps the batters going here for now for Kindred-Richland. And the windup 2-2 pitch. High. All of a sudden now a double full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Nobody on is Carter Maggio. Trying to close her down here. As that one gets to the shallow outfield as shortstop collects it. Fly out to short for the 3rd out of the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, no earned runs. Nobody left on base. Couple strikeouts and a flyout to send us to the bottom of the 6th. On the Bank North scoreboard, it's values-based banking. Learn more at ibanknorth.com. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Central Cass 1, Kindred-Richland 0.
Since its beginning, the Central Cass Booster Club has generated and helped sustain fan interest in the men's and women's athletic programs at Central Cass High School. Through the years, that mission has brought in to also enhance the youth programs throughout the community. For more information, search Central Cass Booster Club on Facebook or email centralcassboosterclub@gmail.com. That's centralcassboosterclub@gmail.com. Go Squirrels!
Central Cass School's mission is to foster student excellence in cooperation with family and community and to provide educational opportunities in a safe and caring environment. Thank you to everyone who has helped make this mission a reality. The STEM Center, Theater, Music Wing, Early Childhood Center, Wellness Center, and Athletic Complex will help set students up for success in school and life after graduation. They wish everyone at Central Cass good luck this year with academics and activities as you grow into the new space and move forward with excellence.
1-0 our score on the Bank North scoreboard. Central Cass trying to put up some insurance before the top of the 7th. As there's the first pitch. Slinger to the outfield. That's a base hit. Leadoff style for Eli Boer. Boer's first hit of the game. He was 0 for 2 prior. He's aboard as Cale Pearson, the catcher, comes up now for Central Cass. 0 for 1 with a strikeout back in the fourth. Walk drawn in the second as well. Central Cass trying to add to their lead before the top of the seventh. Pulaski still on as that's a bunt up into the air, and that goes foul. Took some wild spin on that one to go behind the catcher. Count goes 0-1. Muckow on deck and Barstead in the hole here for Central Cass. Fifth hit of the game for the Squirrels, by the way, with that one from Boer. Bunt shown again. He pulls it back. It gets away. And on that pitch that got away, Boer goes over to second. Count is 1-1 here to Pearson. 1-1 pitch, bunt shown again. That one's outside, 2-1. Pulaski still hanging around out on the mound for Kindred-Richland. Pulaski check over to second. Delivers the 2-1 pitch. Bunt shown, it's popped up and goes foul. Haven't had a successful bunt yet today. Guys have certainly tried, but nothing going so far. Pulaski. Check over to second. There's the 2-2 pitch. That's high and inside. Full count now. Pearson on a nice battle. Central Cass tries to put some more pressure on Kindred-Richland. There's the pitch. Grounder through the infield. That's a base hit. Runner will hold up at third. Couple of hits to start it out. The runner will go to second on the throw to home. So now Pearson's over to second. Boer is over to third. Pair of runners in scoring position. Pair of hits to start the inning as we get a courtesy runner coming in for Central Cass. Coming in to run those bases for the Squirrels. It's a Jack Everson. Everson will come in to run for Pearson. There's the pitch. Grounder, foul. Down the third baseline for Muckow, 0-1. He's 1 for 2 with a double in the fourth. Again, just 2 hits in the first 4 batters combined. The other 4 have come from the bottom 5 in the batting order for Central Cass. Pitch the ball, 1-1. Barstead on deck, Holzer in the hole. To round out the order, the third time through for the Squirrels, trying to get some insurance before that top of the 7th. 1-1 pitch, foul. 1-2. About an hour and a half into this one. Not quite to that hour and a half mark yet, but we're getting there. Senior night tonight for Central Cass as well. Love nothing more than to get a win and solidify first place in the region standings. Swing and a miss at that. Down goes Muckow in 4. Pulaski still doing well out there and only giving up 1 earned run on the game. Cam Barstead steps up again, the left fielder, 0 for 1 with a walk drawn in the second. First base open. Trying to rip it through the infield to get at least one more across home plate. First pitch. Foul. Look out. Count goes 0-1. Holzer on deck and Broughton in the top of the order in the hole for the Squirrels. Sun peeking behind a cloud once again. About a 60-40 clear skies to cloud ratio. The pitch, swing and a miss there that time. Now 0-2 to Barstead. Holzer on deck did pick up a hit in the 5th, so he's 1 for 2 on the day. Belaski, check over to second. Pitch well inside. That one got away from Belaski, and his pitch count is certainly getting closer and closer to the limit. One-two pitch. Outside, 2-2. One down and two on here. Belaski, check to third. Back to the 2-2 pitch. Got him down in 5. Back-to-back strikeouts for Stanley Belaski. Get put 2 outs on the board for the Viking defense. Belaski, senior. Lots of seniors, of course, on both of these teams. First pitch, senior to senior. Holzer takes the ball. Getting 1 for 2, base hit in the 5th, ground out in the 3rd. He's gotten contact each time. 1-0 pitch. Holzer to hold of that one, and fumbled by the sure-handed second baseman. On an E4 that time. Holzer gets aboard and allows the second run of the day to come home. Burr will score and makes it 2-0 on that Bank North scoreboard. Favors Central Cass. Again, Andy Traum has had such good plays today on the defense, but that one was not quite one of them. Runners now at the corners with 2 outs on the board as Holzer is at first and Everson is at third. Belaski first pitch to to Broughton. The ball count goes to 1-0. Now a 2-0 lead for Central Cass. They lost 5-4 in Kindred back in April. So Central Cass looking to earn the split. More importantly, the lead, the full-out lead in the region standings. Strike taken there by Broughton. Dakota on deck, Mitchell in the hole. As Belaski, check over to Holzer at first. 1-1 pitch, yanked it down, got away from the catcher. He can't find it, and that's another run scored. 3-0 Central Cass on the pass ball. Everson comes home. It's now 3-0 Squirrels. One and one to Broughton. So now 2-1. So Central Cass certainly putting insurance up. As there's missed a ball there, ball 4. Walk drawn. Again, Belaski trying to get this final out here as we do get a mound conference. So we'll see where this one leads. And not exactly sure where Belaski is with his pitch count. So we now have runners at first and second, by the way. Holzer's over to second off the error. Costly error there for Kindred-Richland. They've had a couple of those today. Have them down for 2 now on the game. As Belaski's been in the entire game. Looking to stay that way and give his team a chance in the top of the 7th. Belaski, first pitch to Dakota, yanks it down. Count goes 1-0. Dakota on the day, 0 for 3. Couple of pop flies and a ground out. Pulaski showing his fatigue out there. Pulaski, check over to second. 1-0 pitch. It's high, 2-0. Mitchell on deck and Maggio in the hole for Central Cass. There's the pitch. It's downstairs. 3-0 now. For Central Cass. 3-0 pitch outside. Or no, just caught the plate that time. 3-1. Seventh batter in the half inning for Central Cass. Their previous high was 5. Central Cass doing their damage here in the 6th. 3-1 pitch, just outside this time. And another walk given up back-to-back now. We'll load the bases with 2 outs on the board, and we will likely get a pitching change here now. As Mitchell will come up, he had an RBI single to start the game here. So we will get a new pitcher coming out for Kindred-Richland. The base is loaded and 2 outs on the board. And it's going to be Tate Miller. Tate Miller is going to come in to pitch. As looks like Hoyme will come out from right. Belaski's going to go replace him. So a 3-man switch. Miller comes in from the bench to pitch. Belaski will go to right, and Hoyme will go back to the dugout. So a new pitcher, Tate Miller, coming up for Kindred-Richland next here in the bottom of 6.
At Enbridge, we believe sustainability is the foundation of our success. How well we perform as a steward of our environment, a safe operator of essential energy infrastructure, a good neighbor, and a diverse employer defines our success. Learn more about Enbridge's environmental, social, and governance commitments and our Indigenous Reconciliation Plan at enbridge.com.
Bottom of the 6th, 2 outs on the board on the Bank North scoreboard. Central Cass leading Kindred-Richland 3-0. As Braden Mitchell set to come up there for the Squirrels. Mitchell is 2 for 2. Single, double RBI. Was intentionally walked in the 5th. Can't intentionally walk him now without giving up a run, so Tate Miller comes in to pitch for the Vikings. Miller Jr. And Belaski, the starter, he goes 5 2/3, allowing all 3 runs. Series of walks, a few strikeouts in there as well. That's a strike there from the lefty Miller. Working on Mitchell. Miller check over to first. A 1 pitch, that goes foul, makes it 0-2. And trying to get the last out to get Kindred-Richland back on the bats here in the top of the 7th. Miller, 0-2 pitch. Pitcher lost it, or catcher lost it, falls back on it. And the runners will stay on their bases now, 1-2. Maggio on deck to make it all 9 batters in this bottom of the 6th for Central Cass. Miller delivers the 1-2 pitch. Shot, left center. Boy's got a wheel to get it, and then it's into the glove of the left fielder to close out the inning. There were 2 runs off of a pair of hits. There was 1 error. Both runs were earned, and 3 left on base. 2 hits, 2 strikeouts, 2 walks, an error and a flyout. That's the 8 batters resume here for Central Cass, but most importantly on that Bank North scoreboard, they take the lead, or they improve their lead. Now 3-0 going to the top of the 7th. Again on that Bank North scoreboard, they take community to heart, helping their customers achieve their financial goals while supporting and improving the great rural communities they serve. They're more than just a bank. Bank North's a community partner you can always count on. It's values-based banking. Learn more at ibanknorth.com. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Keep it here as we go to the top of the 7th. Want to finish our look around the state. We left off with Region 7. Region 7 right now, Renville County, DLB, kind of in a 2-horse race right now. And now in Region 8, Shiloh Christian may be about the only team that could compete with Thompson or could upset Thompson. 19-2 overall, 9-0 in region play. As Shiloh's 2 losses, 5-1 to Thompson and 10-1 also to DLB. Also had a loss early on to North Star. That's not reflected in the standings. But a lot of teams have played Thompson close, but nobody's beat them yet. A lot of good teams have played them. We'll see how it goes. Again, state tournament, I believe, in Jamestown this year. First pitch here at the top of the 7th. Carter Maggio is still out there trying to pitch the entire game. He's only given up a couple of hits. No runs as of yet. Trying to complete the shutout as McDonald. Jack McDonald, the left fielder, comes out there. 1-0 pitch. Strike 1. Again, Maggio's gotten a strikeout in each and every inning except for the first, with 2 in each of the last 4 innings. As that toss to first in time for the 5, 3 outs. 1 down here now. As Hoyme checked out. So this is a pinch hitter, Graham Hess. First pitch. It's ball. Count goes to 1-0. 1-0 pitch. 2-0 now. To Graham Hess. 2-0, grounder right to the third baseman on a 2-hop. Toss to first, well in time for the 5-3 out again. Down to the final out there for Kindred-Richland. Central Cass will look to avenge a loss back in April down in Kindred. Kylan Swenson due up here now for the Vikings with 2 outs on the board, nobody on. As Maggio tries to complete the complete game shutout. Swenson on the game, a 1 for 2 with a base hit to lead off the game, but hasn't done much since. First pitch, well inside, 1-0. Belaski on deck and Wold in the hole. For the Vikings, needing 3 to keep this game going. That pitch is downstairs, 2-0. A lot of work to do with just 1 out to do it. 2-0 pitch. And that will go foul down the first base line. Count to 2-1. And we'll, I'm sure, see both of these teams somewhere in the Region 1 tournament. We'll have that for you on yourliveevent.com. Chase Miller will take you through that one. Playing games, I believe, start next week. That's downstairs now 3-1. And the windup 3-1 pitch. Doinks on the top of the helmet. Would have been a walk either way. We'll call it a hit batsman. Brings in Stanley Belaski. Belaski, the starting pitcher, now right fielder. On the day, he's 1 for 2, base hit. Maggio, check over to first. First pitch to Belaski. This is a strike. Count to 0-1. Maggio, 0-1 pitch. 0-2. Kindred-Richland now down to their last strike. The runner on here in the top of the 7th. Central Cass on senior night trying to finish the shutout. Maggio, 0-2 pitch. Grounder to, bobble off the shortstop's glove. Be an E6 that time for Central Cass. And the game continues. Swenson over to second. And over to first goes Belaski. 1-0 now to Wold. 1-0 pitch, a little high, 2-0. Danger zone now for Maggio. Kindred-Richland was down to their last strike. Kept it alive, and now a good opportunity to at least avoid the shutout. That's a strike, 2-1. Maggio tries to battle back here in this play at-bat. Whipple on deck and Starcevic in the hole. Neither one of those batters with a hit yet today. Maggio check over to second. 2-1 pitch. Strike 2. Good battle back there for Maggio. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 men on. But the Vikings need 3 runs, and they've got a 0 on the board. 2-2 pitch. Shot to right, and that will end it. Shutout on senior night for Central Cass. No runs off of no hits, 1 error, no earned, and 2 left on base will close out this game. In just about an hour and 45 minutes. On that Bank North scoreboard, it's values-based banking. Learn more at ibanknorth.com. Member FDIC, equal housing lender, 3-0. We'll complete this game. We'll come back here and have a brief post game for you next on yourliveevent.com.
Honesty, loyalty, integrity. At Bank North, we remain true to these values for generations. They shape the way we do business, work with customers, and support our communities. We've been here for more than a century, helping people grow farms and businesses, finance homes, and pursue their dreams. It's values-based banking, and it's all about working together to strengthen the common threads that bind us together. Bank North, always true.
Not everyone can get Secret Service level protection, but with IRI Insurance you can. You see, we've got your back, protecting homes, vehicles, businesses, crops, and so much more. Ensuring you've got the protection you need and all your questions answered faster than you can say classified information. Get protected. Get IRI Insurance. Go to iriinsurance.com for a free quote and consultation.
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action?
Heck, yes. That'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active?
Definitely.
Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously, yes.
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in North Dakota because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
Hungry and on the road, Petro Stopping Center in Fargo has got your back with an impressive lineup of goodies including Popeye's Chicken, Charlie's Cheesesteaks, Cinnabon, Papa John's, and a mouth-watering full-sized restaurant, the Dolly Down Grill. You'll be spoiled for choice. Whether you're a quick pit stopper or looking to settle in for a while, Petro Stopping Center's Fargo location has got you covered 24/7 every day of the week. Cruise on over to their spot just off 45th Street and I-94 and indulge in a feast fit for the road warrior in you.
Final score on that Bank North scoreboard. Central Cass defeats Kindred-Richland 3-0 in a shutout as we get to our Petro Stopping Center postgame show. The Petro Stopping Center, your one-stop travel hub for all your road trip needs. They've got you covered around the clock every day of the week with a wide selection of food, summer gear, and gas for your ride. Let their team roll out the red carpet and give you the VIP treatment today. Petro Stopping Center, just off 45th Street and I-94 in Fargo. Petro Stopping Center post-game show, and, this one lived up to the hype, of course. A Region 1 championship preview, possibly. There's a few other teams that would like to be part of that conversation, but right now, these two are the best teams in Region 1. They certainly showed it with a 3-0 win again for the Squirrels. No score until the bottom of the third, an RBI single there for Braden Mitchell. That scored Logan Broughton to make it a 1-0 game for Central Cass. There'll be no runs scored until the bottom of the sixth. Central Cass added a couple more. Eli Boer and the courtesy runner for Central Cass, Jack Everson, would come across home plate. Again, to make it 3-0 at that point. Hits by Boer and Cale Pearson in that half inning to make it 3-0. Carter Maggio would shut things down in the top of the seventh. Kindred-Richland was threatening. They had a couple guys on base, but they hit a fly out to right to close out the game. Our stats here for this one. We'll start with the winning Central Cass Squirrels on this senior night. Let's go down the line here. Logan Broughton, again, he scored a run, drew a couple of walks. Carter Dakota was 0 for 3 of the walk drawn. Broughton finished, by the way, 0 for 2. Braden Mitchell, he finishes the day 2 for 3. Double, single, and an RBI. Carter Maggio, the pitcher, went 0 for 3 in the batter's box, but he had a heck of a pitching game. Tell you about that in a little bit. Eli Boer finishing up 1 for 4 with a base hit. Cale Pearson finishing up 1 for 2 with a base hit. Boer, by the way, 1 for 3. Pearson 1 for 2. Noah Muckow finishes the game at 1 for 3 with a double. Cam Barstead finishes the game at 0 for 2 with a walk drawn. And Cole Holzer finishes at 1 for 3 with a single as well. Hitting statistics for Kindred-Richland, Kylan Swenson finishes the game 1 for 2 with a base hit. Stanley Belaski, the starting pitcher there for Kindred-Richland, he finishes the game at 1 for 3 with a base hit. Jack Wold finishes the game 1 for 4 with a base hit. Bryce Whipple finishes the game 0 for 3. Luke Starcevic 0 for 2. Grant Spellhog 0 for 3. Andy Trom 0 for 2 with a walk drawn. Jack McDonald finishes up at 0 for 2, or 0 for 3 rather. And Owen Hoyme 0 for 1 with a walk drawn. And Graham Hess 0 for 1 as well. Pitching statistics, again, Carter Maggio, excuse me, picking up the win there. All 7 innings pitched. He was able to strike out 9 Kindred-Richland batters. He did allow a selection of walks. Doing the tally here real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4 walks, and had a hit batter or 2. But otherwise, pretty good stuff there for Carter Maggio. Had an intentional walk as well on Mitchell. Doesn't really count, though, for you. Actually, no hit batters, I do believe. No hit batters for Maggio. Want to make that clear. And for Kindred-Richland, Stanley Belaski, he went 5 2/3. He was able to pick up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or no, excuse me. was able to pick up here, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 strikeouts on the game. Was looking at the raw score sheet. Yes, a couple of hit batters there by Maggio. Still with those 9 strikeouts. Had 2 in each of the third through 6th innings, with 1 more in the second. But again, still the win there for Central Cass. Final line score, by the way, with Central Cass, 3 runs off 6 hits, 9 left on base, 1 error, no earned runs. Kindred-Richland with 9 left on base as well, 3 hits, no runs, 3 earned, and 3 errors as well. Kindred-Richland, they improve on the season, Central Cass improves on the season to 12-1 overall, 10-1 in the region. Kindred-Richland drops to 8-2 in the region and 9-3 overall. So again, Central Cass well on their way to the number 1 seed. Kindred-Richland likely going to finish in second. Looking at their remaining schedule here real quick, Central Cass has they have played a game against Hankinson FCT Lidgerwood, FCT Rossalt Lidgerwood, but they have 2 more games with them on the schedule. So not sure if that first one counts or not. I don't believe it does based on what I'm seeing here, but if there's weather, I'm sure that one will count as a regional contest. So they have a game, and the Kindred-Richland, that would be the last game. The last 2 games, I should say, for Central Cass. So they win both those games, they're definitely the number 1 seed. Kindred-Richland, on the other hand, they have 2 contests as well with Hankinson, Fairmount, Rossalt, Campbellton to Lidgerwood. They have 2 games with both those teams. So Hankinson going to play some games, got to make some games up, but Northern Cass was the only other team that was in the mix for the top 3. They've got 1 game left in the schedule. That's against Oaks, so they will not be able to get the top seeds. Looks like Central Cass, looks like they will have the number 1 seed, barring some interesting stuff from Hankinson, for sure. Again, that's our stats and storyline on our Petro Stopping Center postgame show. Again, your one-stop travel hub for all your road needs, just off 45th Street, I-94 in Fargo. Well, let's take a look here at our Enbridge Energy player of the game. Enbridge Life takes energy. Enbridge.com for career opportunities. Our player of the game is Carter Maggio. Maggio, again, with the win on the mound and 9 strikeouts for you in this game. He is our Enbridge Energy player of the game. And as well, take a look at our RDK Enterprises play, or precision play of the game. RDK Enterprises, Hillsboro, and Drayton, wishing you a happy planting season. PlanterDoc.com, thanks you for your business. Play of the game, I think really for me, was... I'm going to give it to Cole Holzer, actually, hitting into that error that E4. Andy Trom played a nice game for Kindred-Richland on defense. It's hard to get him to make a mistake, and Holzer hit a nice ball, and Trom just couldn't come up with it. So I'm going to give that the play of the game here for today, presented by RDK Enterprises, Hillsboro, and Drayton. Well, that'll about do it here for our... excuse me. That'll do it. About do it here for our Petro Stopping Center post-game show here on YourLiveEvent.com. Final score of the Bank North scoreboard. iBankNorth.com. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Final score: Central Cass 3, Kindred-Richland 0. That does it here on YourLiveEvent.com. Thanks for bearing with us. A little technical difficulties at the start, but I think we got her all squared away, and we're a good broadcast here. Thanks to everybody at Castleton for Central Cass for giving us the hospitality to come in and do these games. Again, the Region 1 postseason tournament, along with several others, on YourLiveEvent.com. I don't believe we have anything on the schedule for you tomorrow, But, boy, our next couple weeks are going to be super busy. Nothing on the schedule tomorrow. Of course, nothing on the schedule for Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there. My mom, Carla, especially. Happy Mom's Day. But next week, we got a ton of contests for you. We've got actually a contest every single day between now and May 25th. We at least have some broadcast action going on, except for the 19th. Of course, that's Sunday. Contests on yourliveevent.com, regional baseball, softball, track and field. Go check out the schedule on yourliveevent.com. From all of us here at Your Live Event, for our executive producer, Mark Forseth, marketing director, Jim Burke-Burkmeyer, our magic video man himself, Jack Albee, all the voices led by our co-sportscaster of the year, Chase Miller. From all of us here at yourliveevent.com, James Martin saying, baseball fans, show some pride, enjoy your lovely weekend.